What's up, guys? Dustin Yewy here, back with some more NHL 14 news, and there is a new gameplay developer diary. So this one is on Touch Dekes and the improvements made to true performance skating. So there is a trailer for the new Touch Dekes and True Performance Skating, which link will be in the description. I'll probably do a trailer breakdown as well. So let's start with Touch Dekes. So experience what it feels like to be a superstar through a new, more responsive deking system controlled with only the left stick and one button. From beginner to advanced gamer, this system allows for quicker reactive dekes and intuitive combination dekes, allowing for more moves than ever before. Be careful who you're controlling with the Touch Dekes, though. Not everyone has hands like Datsuk. Getting too fancy with the wrong players is the quick and easy way to lose the puck. And also on Twitter, Nasher61 actually asked EA Sports if the old, the biggest thing that he asked was like, oh no, the new deking system, are we going to lose all the old dekes? So he asked EA Sports and they said no. They replied to his tweet and they said no, all the old dekes are still going to be in, but they're adding these new dekes. And apparently they've kind of tweaked and made the old dekes look a lot better and stuff. According to them, I don't know. That's what the Twitter said. So the second thing is true performance skating. This year, they've improved upon the breakthrough innovation that introduced physics-based skating and over 1,000 new animations to EA Sports franchise. In the second year, true performance skating features greater player responsiveness and unprecedented control through improved balance between speed and momentum, quicker pivots, and enhanced lateral skating. So I've already touched on this. I found it in I think it was an article on ESPN that said that the defense are going to have a strafing kind of now. So kind of like cross cuts over. So defense strafing. NHL 14 is all about gameplay balance, so they've improved true performance skating by adding lateral strafing, giving players the tools they need to play strong defense. Defensive strafing gives you the ability to move your player laterally across the ice while still facing up towards the puck carrier. This improves player body positioning. Defenders in NHL 14 will have a better opportunity to make a play by forcing the attacker player wide and then using a poke check, a stick lift, or a well-timed hit to separate them from the puck. Definitely an improvement. That's something that they've been missing. Obviously angling, you can do it in NHL 13, but it's very difficult because players can easily just deke and go the other direction without you kind of responding fast enough. It was almost physically impossible to get your player to move. Not always. If you could do a well-timed poke, it was good, but the next thing, quicker pivots. A big part of hockey is using quick changes in speed and direction to outmaneuver an opponent. Being able to defend those movements is key, and to that end, we've improved the speed of pivots in NHL 14 to ensure that players feel more responsive as they skate. Players will no longer appear flat-footed when they attempt to stay aligned with streaking forward. So that was a big issue with the AI. They did not pivot fast enough. First off, obviously, the strafing is going to help a lot because they're going to be able to move laterally. But the second thing, the pivot. When you watch gameplay videos of anything like Hut versus whoever's videos, it doesn't matter. You watch the defense play, even in ESHL, it's horrible because players can just fly down the wing, call for a pass, get the pass. The defense just stands there. They don't have the speed to turn around and make a nice pivot. So the new quicker pivots, hopefully, and the strafing combined will allow, hopefully, the AI defense to be a lot better. So you'll probably see, hopefully, less breakaways and stuff if you have computer teammates, or say you're position locked in a versus game or something. You'll actually see the difference, hopefully. The next thing, improved high-speed turning. True Performance Skating introduced physics-based skating to the EA Sports NHL franchise, and this year it has been further tuned to produce improved balance between speed and momentum. The result is that players will be able to make quicker cuts and sharper turns at high speeds, creating greater player responsiveness and control. Well, welcome back to figure skating. So they had a good idea last year going into it, saying that if you were going really fast, it's harder to turn, which made a lot of sense, and to a point, it kind of reduced figure skating a little bit, but I see it all the time, especially ESHL, where players they'll come in, they'll turn to the boards, they'll turn their back to you, and they can just do whatever they want, but it's just, I don't know. I think it's going to be something that players are always going to do just because they like to, I wouldn't say cheat, but it's very difficult to, because it's not realistic. Nobody in the NHL just turns their back to you and moves back and forth, making the stick moves. Obviously, a guy like Datsuk will deke around someone and deke back and stuff like he did on Logan Couture, which made him fall to the ice. But no one skates that way. I don't know. So hopefully the high-speed turning isn't too crazy. I could see it being a problem. And then the last one is linking 45-degree cuts, so introduced in NHL 13 with the addition of true performance skating. 45-degree cuts allowed you to quick change direction, evade the check of defenders. Now in NHL 14, you're able to combine 45-degree cuts smoothly in succession to evade defenders. There's no longer a delay between each move. So that was the thing where you're skating straight, and you kind of let go of your like forward movement, so you stop pushing forward, and then you push to the side, and then your guy would kind of do that thing where he'd lift his skate, but you'd be able to turn and stuff. Not everyone really utilizes it in online, but some people do, and it actually works fairly well. It was an easy way to fool computer defense. I mean, you could dangle around them, but if you basically came out around the outside and then just did the quick cut to the inside, you would beat them almost every time. So hopefully with the improved defensive strafing and pivoting, this will not work every time because it used to. So I mean, it's going to be interesting to see. Hopefully these new improvements kind of balance the game a bit more, because defense was a lot tougher, because pivoting, even as a human, your pivots were so slow. Like, you looked like you were turning a bus out there. It was impossible to get back sometimes. Obviously, for me personally, my defensive player had a lot of speed, so even if I turned slow, I could get going really fast. But for some players, like if you're playing like an online versus or something, a lot of the computer defense, and even just players, if you selected them, they took forever to turn. It was like watching molasses dry. Like, it was just ridiculous. So hopefully this new improved skating stuff really helps. I think it should. Leave your comments below what you guys think, and subscribe for more NHL 14 news. All right, thanks for watching, guys.